Ayun, nagulat tuloy ako. Akala ko malayo pa eh. Yung pala, go na. Happy Thursday everybody. Welcome sa ating AMA sessions. Nakikipagkwentuhan pa ako. Hindi ko na malayan na nag-countdown na pala. Anyway, hindi ko nakikita kung may activity sa page right now. Can you guys let us know? I know there's 75 people watching, pero mukhang walang nagko-comment. Totoo ba yun? So if you guys can hear me, let me know by saying hi muna. Bati-bati muna kayo dyan. Baka may pa-shoutout kayo. May gusto kayong sabihin. May gusto kayong orderin. Okay? I just want to make sure that the comment section is working sa page natin. So again, let me know if you're there. Galawin nyo yung baso. Paramdam kayo sa mga mahal nyo sa buhay. Yan! Okay. Julie is there. Si Laimi. Lemuel. Hindi naman to si Lemuel na na nasa tribe, pero kapangalan siguro, kapangalan. Okay? So meron na, at least alam ko na may tao doon. Sharivet, yun si Julie, pa-shoutout daw sa asawa niya, si Paolo. Okay? Jelin is here, Len, Cheryl. O sa community, marami na tayo eh. Kanina pa sila, madaldal tayo mga tao sa community eh. Bet daw niya yung topic, sabi ni Alma. Anyway, so before natin ilabas yung ating panel, hi EJ, si EJ. Siyempre, ang topic natin for this evening is all about handling or addressing yung mga prospect objections, which is, I'm sure, one of the things na a lot of us may be encountering, lalo na kung talagang medyo marami-rami na yung mga nire-reach out natin. We're out there, we're putting ourselves out there. we're making sure that we're connecting to people. Siyempre, once you put your offer in front of people, meron ng konting pushback minsan. So we're gonna try to address that tonight. So ang gawin natin, guys, hello ulit, Sir Ariel Pagulayan. Itong Sir Ariel Pagulayan na to, lagi nanonood to eh. Suki talaga to eh. Freelancer to siguro, taga Mandaluyong. Oh, laging from Mandaluyong eh. Okay? Anyway, going back. So, prepare nyo na rin, guys. Some of you may have questions na related sa mga objections, or maybe you've handled or encountered rather mga objections before or currently meron kayo mga objections na hindi nyo alam kung paano i-handle. Make sure to post them or rather comment with those objections. Tingnan natin, itatry natin na masagot lahat yan in today's or tonight's episode ng AMA natin. Okay? Now, before I bring out the guest, I want to make sure everybody's ready to listen and we have full attention from everybody. So, just comment with, objection. Yan. No? Talaga may naisip ko ng mga call to action natin. Comment with the word objection. Kung ready na kayo, and then if we get enough comments, that means everybody's listening, everybody's ready. Also, you might want to tag people, invite them, share the live that we're doing on the page, if you can do that. And dagdag ko na rin, sabi ni Direk nga pala, we're live on Facebook as well. If you guys haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe dun sa channel natin. It's the Freelance Movement Tribe. And then, hit nyo na rin yung notification bell para pag may bago tayong video, you get notified. Yun, objection. Sabi ni Rick, let's go. Mali yata yung call to action, yung bro, Rick. Objection lang, guys, let us know. Once I get a lot of responses from you, then that means you guys are ready. We're gonna go ahead and bring our guests out. Okay, mukhang ready na tayo. Direk, sino ba itong mga guests natin? First up, pangmalakasang YouTube ads. Nagulat ako doon ha. Pangmalakasang YouTube ads. Nakuha sa Shades yan. Okay. None other than one of the coaches sa loob ng Freelance Movement Tribe. You know him as Coach Shods, Mr. Dennis Abad. Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yan.
Good hapon po.
May shoutout ka ba, Coach?
Shoutout sa mga taga-GG dyan. Mga taga-GG, shoutout. Good evening
Shoutout. Gusto ko yun. Okay, thank you, Coach Shods. Next. Kasama natin. Mukhang puro magkakasama itong mga to eh. Oy! So ang offer niya, she helps 6-figure Amazon store owners scale to 7 or 8 figures using Facebook ads and ManyChat. Talagang itong ManyChat napakarami, no? Okay, none other than si Natalie Donato. Hi, Nat.
Hi guys, hi everyone. Good evening.
Nagulat yung anak ko, parang kapangalan kayo eh. Akala niyo siya yung tinatawag ko. Umaga pa sa inyo, Natalie, ha? Saan ka pang lupalop ng daigdig?
Saan siya?
Nasa Norway yata si Nat kasi umaga pa. Up next. Okay. May mga nagko-comment TL daw niya 'yon. Sige na nga, JC. Next guest natin. Oy, ito you've seen her before. Top of mind positioning for new CEOs, founders, and business owners on LinkedIn. Okay, narinig nyo na to. Maraming opinion sa buhay to eh. We have si Lisel. Hi, TL.
Hello, kamusta sa mga GGs and mga opinionated
welcome
people?
back. Welcome back, TL. Second time around na to, ha?
Second time around.
Kailan nga yung last? Parang just a few weeks ago, right?
Parang 3 weeks ata.
3 weeks. Oh, baka 2 weeks ago kasi we do this every 2 weeks.
Di nagkamali.
Tama. Yun, di ba?
Parang
she's
3 weeks
wearing
ago.
red. Lakas nung red na damit ni TL Diesel talaga. And, eto rin, nagka-comeback ulit. Kaka-interview lang natin ito eh. Ayan, no? Hindi ko talaga, pag nababasa ko yung offer niya, i-shortcut ko na lang. Basta she's in the IT field. Okay? She serves mga B2B businesses yata to with their IT needs and may mga one-off projects din siya. Basta big time rin to eh. No?
Big time yan.
Nagbabalik si Seth Rosario. Pangalan pa lang eh. Mabigat
Shoutout
eh,
din
no?
sa mga go-givers dyan. Especially
Okay.
sa
Parang wala naman
GG4.
wala naman kayo iba i-shoutout kasi magkakasama nga kayo, di ba? Okay. So, kompleto na yung panel natin. For highly respected freelancers. Naks! Ganun eh, no? Yung mga ganun tayong highly respected. Pero for tonight, like I said, we're gonna be talking about yung mga objections, yung mga pushbacks, yung mga na-encounter natin na siguro hindi naman it's a hard no, pero usually there are additional questions siguro that arise pagka nag-submit na tayo ng mga proposals or ng mga strategies, etc. But before we proceed with our discussion, our Q&A, okay, reminder lang sa mga nanonood, you guys can actually ask your questions. Kung meron kayong mga na-encounter ng mga objections currently or in the past maybe, wag yung in the future anticipate nyo yung objections nyo eh. So yung mga past objections maybe and yung mga current objections na meron kayo, this is the perfect time for you to ask. And yung experts natin, ito yung mga magagaling talaga sa mga comeback, yung mga comeback queens and kings. Diba? Kung may mga pick-up king, may mga comeback queens and kings tayo. So, yan. Anyway. By the way, sorry. Keep sharing the live video and tagging people dun, lalo na sa community, so that they know that we're live right now. Pero medyo marami na rin tayo. Got about 200 people watching. If you guys did. Nakikita nyo ba pala, Coach? Shods? Okay, yeah. At least nakikita nyo yung mga nila. GG daw kayo. GG. Okay, cool. First question. And you guys, anybody can answer by the way. Okay? Saan ba nagmula ang objections? Hindi, joke lang. No. My first question is, obviously as freelancers, and especially with the way we teach freelancing sa loob ng tribe, it's very likely na marami tayong may encounter ng mga objections, of course. I mean, I think it's common naman. Especially if you are presenting yourself as more of a service provider or solutions provider rather than just an applicant sa isang trabaho. Then of course, the questions start to rise. Yan na yung medyo, syempre, nag-isip-isip sila, lalo na pagka nakita nila yung offer mo, maybe they encounter your rates, dumating na sa ganung usapan. How common is it for you guys, sa inyo? Let's start with all four of you. How common do you or how often do you run into objections muna? May madalas ba o yung walang objections talagang, sabi kasi ni Coach kanina, ang problema daw ng mga prospect niya, hindi sila maka-object eh. Totoo ba yun, Coach?
Sa akin, hindi ganun kadalas mag-object. Kaya, inaabangan ko sila mag-object. Hindi, tawag yan? Natatawa lang talaga ako kasi yung iba, lahat sila, ang ganda ng description, tapos yung nilagay sa akin, pang malakas ang YouTube ads. Hindi, pero yun. Yung pinaka-typical talaga na na-experience ko before, and even right now, paminsan-minsan, yung mga your rate is too high. So yun
Okay.
palagi. Oo.
Sa iba, is that common?
Yung
Okay,
natutunan
magunahan. Isa lang.
yung natutunan ko sa akin is I tried yung sa price anchoring. So yun, doon pagka medyo tinasan ko kasi nung konti yung price, may objection talaga. So more on emotional anchoring na yung ginagawa ko ngayon. So I try to hook them up sa emotions ko dinadala kasi parang
Pero teka, let me stop you there. Before we even go to how you handle yung objections, do you get that often? Meron pa rin bang madalas na objections when it comes to pricing for you?
yes.
Madalas talaga siya.
But 50, mga 40 to 50%.
Currently yan pero sabi mo nga you've employed or deployed a strategy against it. Before ba mas mataas pa?
Dati kasi sa Upwork ako. So nag-shift na ako towards yung direct clients na sa LinkedIn. So yun, medyo nabawasan pero yung unang-unang yung month na nag-LinkedIn ako, yun, mataas yung objections ko. Like mga 50 to 75, ganun
Right.
yung objections.
Okay. Natalie, ikaw, with your current offer, do you often run into prospects objecting, whether it's pricing, it's deliverables, it's whatever it is?
Actually, since we've been testing my offer na rin naman for quite some time. Ayan. So, the most common objection pa rin is pricing, pero hindi na siya ganun kadalas. And usually, if it's pricing and then I go back to the deliverables and why they need it, parang nawawala din siya agad. So parang they just wanted to clarify na ganun talaga yung price, pero hindi naman siya tumatawad talaga.
So it's more of clarifying certain deliverables rather than objecting to them.
It's more like parang so yan na yung final price. Tapos I just have to be tawag nito, firm na yes, yun na yung price. Tapos aantayin ko lang, patawad ba? Hindi na. Okay. Ganun na siya.
Okay. Sige, that's an interesting kumbaga caveat of what we do as freelancers. Pabalikan ko yun mamaya. Kasi parang ano yan parang hidden objection. Yung parang pag minsan, they're just asking.
Yeah.
Pero sa isip-isip nila, parang grabe naman to.
Bababa pa.
Oo, di ba? Balikan natin yung usapan rin mamaya. Si Lisel muna. Lisel, with your offer and your current market, how often do you get it? Madalas pa rin ba?
Siguro sasagutin ko siya by going into the mind of a person posting a job, kunyari sa Upwork. No, there are two truths kasi. First truth, not all people who post jobs in a freelancing platform or even an ad know exactly or can fully explain kung ano yung kailangan niya. Okay, so doon kasi nagkakaroon ng objections about ano yung mga components, etc. Basta sa mind niya, alam lang niya yung pinaka-end goal. Diba? And whether ikaw mag-fit nun. Yung second cold truth is, minsan, isang proof lang na naiintindihan mo siya, mawawala na yung objection. Okay, so, dun sa dalawang cold truths na yun, pag itatanong mo sa akin, may mga ways to mitigate that dun sa profile, dun sa cover letter, and pag itatanong mo sa akin, lalo na pag kunyari gusto mo mag-pivot to a new market. Kunyari, gusto mo naman ibang tech naman. Yeah, or yung mga nasa market ko puro mga CEOs, founders, syempre gusto talaga nilang magtanong for the sake na gusto nilang malaman kung alam mo ba talaga yung ginagawa mo.
Right. So it's if I'm getting what you're saying, sabi mo there are two things, kumbaga. Can you repeat those two things again? Una, they can't express it, kumbaga, fully kung ano yung requirements nila. The other is?
And the second one is sometimes just one proof is enough. Okay. Regardless if portfolio yan or basta ma-feel lang nila na you understand what they need.
Right. And does that apply, by the way, we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves here, pero okay lang naman. Kasi nagusto ko yung sinabi mo eh. Does that apply to multiple objections as well? Kasi may mga ganong clients, di ba? Halimbawa, they hit you with the pricing objection at first and then you give them a good answer na justify mo. Tapos biglang meron na naman, di ba? So yung one proof na sinasabi mo na yun, does that kind of address multiple objections that may come?
Kaya ano lang siya, sometimes one proof is enough.
May ano,
Minsan.
So, talaga.
may gusto akong idagdag lang, Tito Ron. Kiki Tito Ron. Tawag nan. So, guys, this is something that I'd like to share na the pricing objection, hindi dapat natin siya i-feel natin na pag na-avoid mo siya, it's a good thing. Hindi. So, you actually use the price objection as a barometer din kung tama yung pricing mo. So, if you can do it, then try to raise your prices lagi. Kasi what would happen is, for example, meron akong client dati na nagbigay kami ng price na 7 figures. Tapos, ganito ang pagsagot niya. So, tinanong kami, so how much would it take for us to complete this project within 1 year? So, sabi niya. Tapos sabi ko, 3.5 million. Tapos sabi ni client, okay. Tapos, alam mo yung feeling na yon na ganun lang, nag-yes lang siya. So, ang yes na yon, that meant na you were pricing too low for the project. So, you should also try to think about it this way. Don't avoid having that price discussion kasi it will tell you if you're pricing too low. Isipin mo, if out of 10 na clients na wala ka ng objection, either sobrang galing ng offer mo na sobrang productized na binibili na lang siya, or tingin ng tao, super value ka and sobrang mura ng benta mo na nag-yes na sila kagad kasi they can't believe na, shit, ganito pala ang price. So, try to get a balance. Si JTL, sabi niya na as much as possible, ginagawa niya na meron mga nag-object pa sa price kahit pa paano para alam niya na, uy, I think it's time for me to raise the rates. Okay? So, think about it like that, guys. Like, we also use the objections to gauge how we're doing dun sa para meron tayong barometer sa business natin. All right? So, in as much as we are also addressing and handle prospect objections, we want to also learn more para sa business natin. All right? Sana may distinction dyan. Kasi alam ko hindi talaga siya part ng topic niyan, pero I want to invite you to think about it that way. Kasi parang ako dati na bad trip ako na sinabihan lang ako ng client na, okay. Ganon. So,
parang, ay, ganun pa kababa yung sinisingil ko. Ibig sabihin, parang, or it's either that, or your offer was just so good na they couldn't pass off on it. Kumbaga. Is that what you're saying?
yes, oo.
Okay, cool. Pero ano yun I mean, sabi mo, it's not really related to our topic of addressing objections, pero that's a good insight. I'm sure everybody will appreciate yung sinabi na yun ni Coach Odin. Now, may tanong tayo. May magandang question ka agad eh. Syempre, of course, we have a lot of people who might be starting out in freelancing. In the context of somebody who's starting out, kayo ba, nung nag-umpisa kayo, whether it was completely new to freelancing or you started with the way we teach freelancing sa loob ng tribe, what sort of objections would you commonly encounter? Bukod sa pricing, kasi medyo marami na tayong napag-usapan sa pricing. Ano pa yung mga ibang common objections that would arise when you were starting out?
For me, it would be how many hours do I need to work on a project? Ayan talaga. So, because I started out talaga as Facebook ads, the clients that I've encountered would be clients who are doing their Facebook ads. Tapos they're saying na I could do it 3 hours a day, ganyan. Tapos they're asking me yung hourly rate. Object because I don't want them to measure my work based on the hours.
Right. So parang pinapa-justify nila sa'yo
Yeah.
yung charge based on the amount of effort put in, parang ganon?
Not really the amount of
Or
effort.
time spent?
Yeah, time spent talaga.
Time spent, okay. Pero galing ka ba sa previously before you did the way the tribe teaches freelancing? Was it more of you were doing hourly work as well? Parang ganun.
No kasi. So, galing ako sa sales. So, I understood
Mhm.
na my time is more important. So, I
Right.
usually talaga I started seeking work that would free up my time. Pero, I would have more time learning about Facebook ads, freelancing, and spend
Right.
time with.
Okay, cool. How about everybody else? Ano yung mga common when you were starting out?
Yung portfolio.
Tama.
Yep. So, ang lagi nilang sinasabi, so you're just new in Upwork or kahit doon sa LinkedIn, sasabihin nila, where'd you come from? Anong alam mo doon sa skill na ino-offer mo?
Aha.
So, gano'n naman hindi mo rin naman masisisi yung mga customers or clients na hanapan ka ng portfolio knowing na they'll be dealing with a freelancer na there's no company behind backing them up on the integrity of that person. So,
Yeah.
yun.
Pero isn't it, wait, it's it. Kasi pag pinag-uusapan natin, let's say yung mga yung mga platforms like Upwork, online jobs, doesn't everybody who go in there understand that this is a freelance platform? Wala bang ganun na context sa isip ng mga business owners then going into, and Lizelle might be able to answer this as well. Kasi syempre, you're going into a platform like Upwork. Alam mo naman na that's where freelancers thrive. Wala talaga dyang, people who are starting out, people who are trying things out, ganun, di ba? So doon sa sinabi mo kanina, when people start to look for portfolios or any sort of proof of previous work, parang hindi ba, ba't kayo naghahanap? Freelance marketplace nga to eh. Di ba?
Yep. It's the same thing din ng pag-apply sa trabaho, kahit local. Hahanapan ka pa rin ng previous experience or at least parang kung college graduate ka ba or hindi, ano yung skill na i-offer mo. Parang same
lalo
lang
na
din
dito,
yun.
no?
Yep.
Ang bansa na para magka-experience, kailangan mo ng experience.
Yes.
Di ba?
So,
Catch 22 di ba? Yung ano dito parang, wala ka experience. First job ko nga ho Paano Anyway, nagulo tuloy. Sige, balik tayo sa pinag-uusapan natin.
So,
Portfolio. Yes, Seth, you can finish what you're saying.
Yep. So, kung wala ka pang portfolio na maipapakita if you're just starting out, kahit fresh grad ka or new to freelancing, ang tinuturo naman dito sa Tribe is parang yung SMIQ or market research. At least write an article man lang sa LinkedIn or anything na pwede mong ilagay sa portfolio mo, a screenshot of that article na sinulat mo on Upwork or OLJ na yun, pwede mong ipakita na you know what you're saying, you know what you're doing.
Right.
So you walk the talk and you talk the walk.
Okay.
Yun yung...
Mamaya babalikan ko yung topic niya kasi that's a super interesting one, especially dito sa ginagalawan nating space where lagi natin sinasabi, of course, sa mga tao na even without a portfolio, any past experience, any skills even, you can start freelancing. So mamaya, bebuelta ako dyan. Lizelle, I want to hear your thoughts muna doon. When you were starting out, would you mind sharing with us some of the common objections that you were getting?
Sure. When I was starting out, so resume writing or business writing. So syempre, ganun din yung mga sinatanong nila, nakasulat ka na ba ng something for a resume ng isang hotelier or resume ng manager, ganyan, retail manager. So after a while kasi ang ginagawa ko, tinatanong ko sa kanila pabalik. Kunyari, nandun sila sa isang company, alam ko retail yan Tapos, man silang konting description. Sabi ko, do you mean to say writing for your company? Hinanap ko yung website, company. Oh, I see that you are having a sale on ganyan. Alam mo yun, parang when they ask you something na parang, ibalik mo ng konti. Parang, oh wow, this girl, kahit na wala pa akong sinulat, pero nag-research na naman ng konti. So, merong konting, alam mo yon, may konti kang build rapport. Yung second naman,
may bala ka, may ammunition ka.
Bala ka, oo. Yun pag you can clearly see from their profile, pag nasa LinkedIn ka, or nasa Upwork ka, merong something description about the client. Ngayon, yung second naman, ang ginawa ko ganito. Kasi nag-start ako, wala talaga akong portfolio na kahit na ano sa resume writing noon. So, yung mga kaibigan ko, sabi ko, ako gagawa ng resume nyo. So, meron ako.
Mm,
Ganon. Or
okay.
meron pang isa, yung mga galing sa corporate. So, syempre, bawal naman ipakita na sample yung buong report na ginawa mo for your boss, right? Pero you can craft just parang small snippet lang, i-PDF mo. Gusto lang naman nila makita pag
Mhm.
yung writing style mo is something gusto nila. So,
Yeah.
yun.
May sinasabi si Errol sa comments. Sabi niya, regarding portfolio daw, what the client really is asking is how sure are you that you can deliver? Do you guys agree? Yun ba talaga yung tumatakbo sa isip ng client all the time? Or are they really looking for proof? Talagang hinahanapan kayo ng body of work that's proof na, you've been doing this for quite some time.
Yep. Parang assurance lang din.
That's
Totoo
what.
yung sinabi ni Errol na they're looking for assurance. Kasi they're taking a risk to hire you or to get your services kahit hindi ka nila kilala. So it's a way of looking at things din, kung kaya mo ba talagang i-deliver yung what you are promising to them.
Okay. So, babalikan ko na yung sinabi ko kanina. Because obviously, we were talking about portfolios, objections ng mga body of work that you can present to them. How do you address that? Knowing what you know now. Kung dati, obviously, it was more, that's a good approach to do it. Yung sinabi ni Suzette tsaka ni Lizelle, try out writing resumes for friends. Pero, sa isang tao na wala talagang experience and they want to enter that market, or maybe they're interested in offering a service specific to that market, paano natin ginagawa to?
For me, Ron, purpose naman when you apply or diba, tinuruan tayo sa tribe na get them into a call. Kasi during the call, sila yung bida. Diba? We get to ask them questions and they feel na, hey, this person kahit na bago, hindi mo naman kailangan magsinungaling na marami ka na experience pag wala pa. Pero the mere
Right.
fact that you are there, tapos minimimik mo yung mga sinabi nila para lang magets talaga nila na, okay, this person, magpupursige to kasi naiintindihan niya ako. So, basta yung
Right.
kahit nasa Upwork, dinadala ko talaga palabas through a call.
Right, cool. All right. Any other answers dun sa bagay na yan?
Yeah, kasi when you get them into a call.
Sorry, Coach, what was that?
Wala, nagjo-joke lang ako. Go ahead, Nat.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. So when you get
Sige
them on a, hindi na ikaw yung bida dun eh. So you really get to know what their pain point is. And you don't need to really tell them kung ano yung background mo and everything, because mas mag-open up ka dun ng ng Pandora's box na ito yung alam ko, and then they're gonna start asking. So instead of that, make them the hero. Tapos ask them their problems. Tapos ikaw lang yung magiging support dun sa hero. So they will feel na they're being supported. Ayun.
Right. Sorry guys, medyo naglolo ko tong internet ko. Pero narinig ko naman yung sinabi mo. Paano kung talagang hanap ni client a hero talaga? Alam mo na ba, diba? Yung mga nagpo-post, I need a VA, a rockstar VA. I need a ganito, ganyan. Diba? So, do you still pursue yung mga ganong opportunities? For example, na parang very clear yung isang prospect sa hinahanap niya, and it just so happens na hindi ikaw talaga yun right now, pero you're still interested. Tapos sinabi kagad nila na, teka, from the first conversation, halimbawa, it looks like you're not exactly a right fit for us. Pag ganun yung objection, yung tipong you've gone through the DC, you've gone through the conversation, talagang medyo ikaw gusto mo, Nandun yung puso mo to help. You like this market, you like this client. Kaso, para sa kanya, hindi ikaw yung the one eh. Okay? Is there any way you can turn things around, kumbaga?
Still getting them into a call, especially kung gusto ko talaga. So I would say na kahit introvert ako, I'm a risk taker. I really wanted to get the client that I want, lalo na pag na-stalk ko, I like their background. Tapos, it really works the tribe way, na even if you're not qualified dun sa description na binibigay nila, you can turn things around. But, hindi mo naman masisisi yung client pagka meron silang mga specifics, like na mga proof and proof of previous work. Kasi, marami rin clients na na-burn na, naloko na, and we also have to address that. So you also have to show them initially na kahit baguhan ka, you have a system na how you're going to work para nakikita nila kung paano mo sila dadalhin dun sa gusto nilang puntahan. So, yun.
Okay. Anybody want to add to that? To that question? May sagot ba kayo doon? Halimbawa, talagang for some reason after getting on a call, maybe sometimes even multiple calls with them, it's parang, they're giving you the chance, kaya lang talagang, parang, a wild unicorn appeared.
Yan na,
Sabi nga sa Google.
Teka lang. Tingin ko may objection to. May objection to.
Mag-o-object to.
Ah.
Okay. Naloko na. Everybody, meron pong hampas lupang homebody na sumali.
I object.
Joke lang. Chief, mukhang may isasagot ka dun sa mga pinag-uusapan namin.
Oo naman.
Hindi ko nga kayo naririnig, kakasali ko lang.
Ay, ganun. Okay.
On the spot mo talaga ako dito. Wala.
Sige.
Pwedeng
So the topic
mag-share,
is...
Ron. Ay, hindi. Sige.
Sure. Lizelle, sige, go.
Kaya pa, nagawa tuloy ng box si Mark.
Sige, Lizelle, you were saying something.
Okay. Kasi minsan, yun na nga, parang may trust issue ng konti. So I think na-introduce to ni Coach Mark, tapos naulit sabi ni TL Grace Peral, sabi niya, di tanungin mo ano yung coffee date offer nyo. Diba? Parang baka hindi pa niya kaya yung whole, baka may assets pala siya na hindi pa niya mabigay, kaya pala, diba? It's not more on the price, not more on the skill, pero parang, sige, try muna tayo. Like kunyari sa LinkedIn hindi pa niya kayang all the way, di profile muna. Tingnan natin if that works and kailangan niya within the next 2 weeks. So pwede nating itanong, and what will make us work together the next 2 weeks? Is there anything that you need talaga?
So parang foot in the door strategy lang. Parang, sige, try natin to. Minimal investment on your part, minimal risk din lang. Let's just see if I can prove myself worthy of your attention man lang. And then let's go forward from there. Parang ganun. Okay, cool. Coach, meron ka pa?
Coach John,
lalo na iniisip mo eh. Hindi, ikaw yun. Pag si John, sasabihin ko, si Sir yan.
Si Sir. Okay. Actually, yun nga yung palagi naman talaga siya nandun sa mag-o-object lang siya. So, we have to think about bakit sila mag-o-object. It's usually, you have to get the alignment muna. Kasi pwede naman talaga na very valid yung objection nila. So, always, parang think about it na we are not trying to deflect anything. Like, it's just being real lang with the situation. Right. So, yun lang siya, guys. Huwag kayong matakot sa objection, guys. Yeah, okay? I object. Yes, again. Okay.
So, there has to be a lot of empathy, kumbaga. Putting yourself in their shoes na parang, syempre nga naman, they're spending for this project. They want to make sure na, things go smoothly at the very least. Hindi man nila makuha talaga yung gusto nila. Yung, kumbaga, may makuha man lang sila out of you, kumbaga. Okay. Now, another, medyo babalik ako ng konti. Kasi may nagtanong sa community, si Brian. Maraming tanong sa si Brian, no? Nakaraan pa, no? Pero going back to yung pricing objections natin, and I think medyo familiar naman na sa Brian sa mga ibang terms and other, kumbaga yung process that we do inside the tribe. Sabi niya, are you saying na, ito, out of the blue tong question na to, pero feeling ko interesting. Are you saying that the SMIQs you ask justifies your pricing? Is there a relationship to asking that single biggest challenge ng business owner or that business that you're trying to serve na related dun sa pricing. Meron bang connect yun or wala? Nothing to do with it.
Ako, I like to say na no, pero tingnan natin yung sagot ni sir.
Oh, parang nagigigil no? Parang may gusto
Oo,
mong isigaw
nagigigil
Kulang nga, ang hilig magpasa nitong mohong na to.
Di ba bro, may sakit ka pa? Ano ka nga,
Sige
bro.
sir, the floor is yours.
Save.
Ano lang tawag dito, when you ask questions kasi, like, kaya hindi naman SMAQ, di ba? Like, when you ask questions, it makes people feel na you know what you're doing. Di ba? Kasi anyone who doesn't know what they're doing don't really ask questions. Di ba? Ang mekaniko na alam yung ginagawa niya, nagtatanong siya, sir, dinaan mo ba to sa maraming hubs? Nag-change oil ko ba?
Yan, yun tayo
Di ba? Kumbaga, alam niya yung like, hindi naman niya tatanggapin yun at sabihin niya, sir, 500. Teka, tinignan mo ba yung sakyan ko? Hindi naman ganun, di ba? Those questions make the customer feel na, medyo expert yung mohong na to, Diba? Yun yung, although it doesn't really dictate the pricing,
Right.
it makes them feel na alam yung ginagawa mo. Second, it makes you different. Kasi sino lang ba yung mga freelancer na nagtatanong?
Yun.
Lahat ng freelancer, puro opo. Opo, ma'am. Opo, sir. Diba? Sulat mo ako ng ganito, opo. Sulat mo ako ng ganyan, opo. Huwag ka sumulat, opo din. Alam mo yun, parang, I mean, iyan lang yung mga freelancer na nagtatanong. Sasama ka pa ba doon sa mga hindi nagtatanong? Kaya nga sila natatambahan ng trabaho na kahit ayaw naman nila dahil para lang mapa-oo yung And I think that's a very good distinction na kailangan maintindihan ng iba na hindi natin ginagawa to para mapa-oo yung client. We're getting on calls with them, trying to identify objection para maintindihan natin kung ito pang mohong na to, gusto ko bang makatrabaho? Kaya ko ba siyang tulungan? Di ba? Itong tukmul bang to, yung problema ba niya, kaya kong ayusin? Pag hindi, bakit mo kukunin? Diba? Sino naman nagtanong noon? Ano bang... Biro lang.
Pero yun nga, guys So, dagdag ko lang din sa sabi ni sir na yung mga way natin na pag-a-ask ng questions, dun lang yan lumalabas sa mga actually mahal na service. If you think about it, meron kayong makikita ng research na if you look at books na Marketing to the Affluent, dun lang yun nag-i-exist yung pagkakaroon ng session where you actually diagnose. Hindi kasi yan binibigay dun sa mga low-end kasi nga, pang mahal siya na service. So, isipin niyo yun guys, like, the fact na you're asking questions, mafe-feel na nila kaagad na, parang this is a premium experience kasi they're making me feel special. Like sabi ni Nat, make them the hero, ikaw lang yung mag-guide. Yun. Pero again, wala siyang direct line yung SMIQ na kung if you ask them their biggest challenge, you could, for all you know, pag tinanong mo yun, tapos it could go downhill from there. Diba?
So it could go either way, kumbaga. Pero, dun sa sinabi mo na yun, Shods, parang in a way, it kind of, hindi naman exactly justifies, but it gives the impression na parang yun nga, this is a different experience and therefore, it separates you from everybody else. Kasi the idea nga, kagaya ng sinabi ni Sir, is to separate yourself from the crowd para maiba ka. Diba? Para yung experience ng prospect, ng client, or whoever you're working with, masasabi niya na, teka, hindi basta-basta tong taon to. Naintindihan niya yung ginagawa niya. Okay. And to add to your point, parang diba? Kasi may added parang consultancy yung ginagawa at the beginning. Rather than just jumping the gun and saying, sige, presyuhan na tayo kaagad. Tapos na usapan. So may konting, teka, tingnan ko muna kung okay ba tayo. Kung magkakasundo ba tayo hindi lang sa presyuhan pero sa trabaho din, sa problema mo. Ako ba talaga yung best na solution for you, diba? So I guess that's where it fits in. Seth, may sasabihin ka pa?
Meron.
Yeah. Yeah. If you can't get the vision of them working with you, then you can't get that vision into their heads. So mahirap isiksik sa isip ng customer, ng client, kung doon pa lang sa call hindi na siya convinced doon sa mga tanong mo or mga pinagsasabi mo during the call.
Okay. Ang ganda nun So,
Galing nga.
create that image of them working with you for them. Kumbaga parang kailangan maisip na nila na, sige, pagkatrabaho ko na si Seth, ito yung mangyayari. Parang ganon.
Yes.
Yun ba? Exactly.
Yep.
Okay, sige.
And you can do
Now,
that by empathizing. So yun
Right. Okay, cool. Now, another question I wanted to ask. Siyempre, yung objection di naman nawawala siguro talaga yan completely. Pero kayo, personally, right now in your offers, in your business, what do you do to ensure na you get as little objection as possible? Or is that something that hindi nyo sinasadya and you just put your offer out? Kumbaga, kung may objection or wala, bahala na. I'll address it when it's there. Or do you put in measures para ma-minimize objections?
Gusto ko yung itsura ng mata ni Sir Gusto niyang sumagot. pero sige, wala ka na lang siya.
Parang naniningkit.
Taka na ni. Nagiinom ako
Hindi, siya, parang kasi siya, you really want to look for those, kasi it's again, I'm going back to the word barometer with how you listen, di ba? Like, Roy actually mentioned sa comments na active listening is key. Kasi if you know how to listen, yun yung mga, one of the techniques that you can really do so that mabawasan yung friction between their decision and yung yung outcome na gusto mo. And isa pang way to minimize that is to use the same words that they have on the call for them. Kasi alam natin na even if they allow you, and even if they say na, okay, you can record this call, they actually will forget what they've said a few minutes earlier, maybe even 10 or 8 minutes earlier. Tapos pag inulit mo yung exact words na sinabi nila, ando na yung feeling nila na, uy, this is exactly what I feel. Kasi talaga yung sinabi nila. So if you put that in your strat doc, in your strategy, that's also a measure that you can do to lessen the friction from them to decide if you're the one to work with them or not.
So again, Shots, this is something that you personally do talaga?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anything else that you guys put in place sa proseso ninyo, whether it's during the call, during the proposal period or stage, or meron pa bang other measures in place that you guys deploy?
I'd like to share. Ang ganda nung sinabi ni Coach Roden, yung parang mirroring their words. Connect ko lang ng konti kasi 'di ba madaming beses hindi naman nila talaga alam kung anong gusto nila unless there are some that they really know the specifics. So if you mirror your words and then connect ko yung sinabi ni Seth na you give them a vision of what your roadmap is, or kahit na hindi roadmap, kahit na ito lang yung mga steps, then medyo yung second thing that I do is what I call as the placeholder strategy. So ito naman pag nasa Upwork ka. So don't provide muna kasi meron yan sasabihin nila pag gusto nila expert or intermediate or beginner. Okay? Pero pag ayaw mo na simula pa lang mag-object na sila, ako kung sinabi nilang $10 lang or $5 nilalagay ko, tapos sasabihin ko na this cost this price is just a placeholder. It would be great if we can get into a call so that I can understand you better. Can you send me can you send me your website or whatever so that in our call I'm more prepared. Pag ganun, bibigay lang nila yung bibigay nila yung website.
Sorry
ko,
sila napano kami galing noon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Kala ko pick price for attention only, parang ganun, para lang mahuli mo yung kiliti nila. Anyway, that's a good point. Diba? Pero I think that kind of works the same way. Na parang, you put a placeholder kasi nga yun na yung nilagay nila eh. There's no point in raising your rate beyond that right now, lalo na kung first encounter nyo pa lang. Kasi, magsha-shutdown na sila agad. Tama ba? Parang,
yes,
nilagay ko na nga na $10, tapos sabihin niya 15.
Yes, sir. Kahit sabi mong hourly nilalagay na 10, tapos pagdating sa call, magulat sila, fixed price pala ng 100 something. Oo,
Right.
sila, di ba?
Okay. So the key sa'yo is to get past the first stage, which is basically to get them on a call.
Yes, and make them give you something. Para they
Okay.
will feel na pagdating doon, you will talk about them as the hero. Tulad ng sinabi ni
Right.
Matt.
Nice.
Okay. Ito naman, this
Ang
is
micro-commitment, bro,
something
no?
na, oo,
Galing,
di ba? Susundutin mo lang ng konti, di ba?
Galing.
Ito naman,
Sundutin, parang pangit nung...
ito talaga si Chief. Pag ikaw yung kasali sa ganito, parang laging may double meaning.
Ba't ako na naman?
O, di
Oo
ba?
nga, kanina
Ikaw
yung change
talaga.
oil, walang ibig sabihin yan. May ibig sabihin eh.
Oo, no? Nagsama pa kayo ni Shods. Anyway, on to the question. Sige, ito naman. Marami rin kasi nakaka-encounter ng, di ba sabi natin lagi, get them on a call, get them on a call. Pero pag minsan may mga prospects na pag sinabi mo, can we get on a call to further discuss? Yun yung objection nila. Parang, why should I get on a call with you? Just send me your rates. And then we'll talk after. Yung mga ganon. Okay, is there any way to get around that?
Ako, I've learned na actually don't waste each other's time, no? So you give them the rate nung lowest to your highest range. Tapos sabihin mo sa kanila na it depends on what your problems are, and the only way to do that is to get on a call. Pero kung ayaw talaga nila mag-call, there are also clients na introverts na na-encounter ko. Sobrang nahihiya silang mag-call. And kapag na-convince mo naman silang mag-call, nahihiya sila sobra. Minsan nanginig pa yung boses. So you want to make them comfortable. If they want to do it on the chat, then be comfortable in doing it on the chat pa rin. So yun yung strategy for me.
Nice.
So
Galing.
parang sasakyan mo muna yung trip nila talaga.
Yes, kasi you want them you want them to feel na you're there to help, and hindi yung parang kukunin mo lang yung pera nila.
Right. Okay. Seth, ikaw, meron ka bang do you have anything that you can add na parang, yeah, I perform best if I get on a call with the prospect. So, mas gusto ko na matawagan sila, makausap sila, pero ayaw eh.
Bibihira, pero pagka meron akong na-encounter once na parang, yun nga, he's not sure kung ano yung gusto niya. So, yun, kailangan namin i-troubleshoot what he really wants. Kasi, yun, mahirap i-decipher or i-solve ang isang problem na siya mismo hindi niya alam. So, yun, kung ayaw niya na mag-call kami, so I make him feel na he's still in control. Kasi doon pa lang pagka if you're trying to assert yourself, parang parang nagiging defensive sila. So
Right.
just make them feel na they're in control. And then magwa-warm up naman sila eventually through chat.
So, the last thing you want is a power struggle sa usapan ninyo.
Yes, yun yung in a negotiation, 'di ba? Ayaw natin na yung counterpart mo is maging defensive sila agad. So gusto
Yeah.
natin yung relationship natin is smooth sailing para ma-hook natin sila.
Pwede na sa NBI to si Seth, negotiator, no?
Pwede.
Pwede.
Ano yan eh? Chris Voss.
Oo. Diba? Okay. Oh, may dadagdag pa ba doon sa yung basically they're not letting their guards down as far as getting on a call with you.
Ano ba yung tanong, bro?
Yung Sir, ano ba yung iniinom mo dyan?
Sorry.
Okay, so ang tanong is, syempre gusto nga natin as much as possible we get on a call with them so we can better understand yung needs. Kaso, at the onset, sasabihin agad nila, no, I don't want to get on a call, just send me your rates. Ito ganyan, let me know what your qualifications are, yung kumbaga, send me a proposal, ganun, parang ganun.
Okay. Ano tawag dito? Sa sobrang impress ko sa mga sagot na wala yung tanong sa isip ko. Ako naman, simple lang naman yung ginagawa ko pag sinabi sa akin, ay blah blah blah, ayaw ko makipag-call, just send me your rate. Sabi ko, okay, cool, no worries. However, before I do, mind if I ask you a couple of questions? Yun lang naman eh.
Mhm.
Kasi tatanong ko pa rin naman kung may asset siya. Meron ka bang ganito?
Right.
Meron ka bang ganyan? Wala. Meron ka bang ganyan? Kasi kung may asset siya na kailangan ko, tapos kaya ko siyang tulungan, saka ko lang ibibigay yung rate ko.
Mhm.
Ayoko rin ibigay yung rate ko and then provide the plan, tapos hindi ko naman pala siya kayang tulungan. So parang,
Right.
tanong niya, I don't want to get on a call with you, just send me your rates. Cool. Before I do, mind if I ask you a couple of questions? Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Ano naman
yan
yun? Ano siya eh.
Swipe.
Swipe.
Swipe na yung mga nakikinig. Okay.
Tatanong ko lang naman,
May
sa akin,
tanong.
email copywriter, 500. Kailangan ko lang 500 opens, something. Pag meron siya nun,
Mhm.
sabihin ko, alright, saan ko sasabihin yung rate? Yung which yung sinabi nga ni, sino nagsabi ng sinat, yung bibigay mo yung lowest and then yung highest. Kasi ngayon, pag binigay mo yung lowest and highest, now it gives them that impression na, holy shit, nasan kaya ako dito? Baka doon ako sa lowest. Mag-call kaya kami kahit saglit lang.
Okay.
Pwede.
Naman ano?
Yan. Yun lang naman
It's
yun.
a trap.
Joke lang. You're not trapping them. Pero kumbaga, you just want to let them, you just want to talk to people who are qualified din. Hindi lang ikaw ang kino-qualify dito. Kino-qualify mo rin sila eh. Diba? Unfair naman yun. Ako lang ako qualify mo. Ano ka, boss? Boss din ako eh.
Yun, no?
Diba?
Gusto ko sa'yo, bro.
Diba?
Pare-pare tayong boss eh. Pare-pare tayo may negosyo. Ikaw lang? Joke lang.
Oo, di ba?
Inainom yata akong masama ngayong gabi. Ayan, ano yan? Sige, go.
Kaya ka nagkakasakit eh. Kalma lang, kalma. Oh. Anyway, may tanong tayo from the community. Ito siguro more kay Lisel tong question na to. How can I ask my current client to pay me a higher rate? Existing client niya, kumbaga. I already know what her pain points are and I know I can help her. Kaso gusto ko sana I can help you but pay me higher than the current rate that you're giving me. So, paano yung mga ganon? Yung existing relationship, you feel like you're getting paid very low. Tapos, hindi naman to exactly objection talaga. Pero I think this is very common din with people who are, doing freelance work or yung mga remote jobs, kumbaga.
Mm-hmm.
Sige. Kasi si Coach Show, nagbigay siya ng email tungkol doon eh.
Si ano muna,
Sino yun?
si Liz. Kasi, ano yun eh, pag pumasok ka sa tribe, dun mo makikita yun eh.
Sige. Wag natin ibigay yun. Sige, ito na lang po ibibigay ko. Okay. Sige. 3 things. First thing is, if it's a client na meron na kayong pinagsamahan, like months ka na VA, etc., tapos gusto mo namang tumaas yung rate, so, alamin mo kung mas comfortable ka na isulat mo na yung thoughts mo kaysa sa makipag-call. Okay, pag comfortable ka, kasi minsan nangyayari, pinag-usapan namin to sa AC, pagdating sa call, bigla kang, alam mo yun, sige, okay na lang sa akin na $5 per hour. Kahit na pinag-isipan mo na lahat, so better na lang na i-email mo na lang. So ano ba yung ilalagay mo sa email? Yung first, sabihin mo na, na you're happy, na ganito yung, within 3 months, imaginein mo, naging ganito, from this, naging ganito yung, kunyari, growth ng Facebook mo or whatever. Diba? And I still see na meron pa akong maibibigay. But this time, I would like to apply ko ano man yung mga natutunan ko sa training.
Mhm.
And now, if you are willing to take that journey with me, I would like to inform you that I will be raising my rates. Yun. Pag hindi mo kayang sabihin yun, i-email mo na lang muna.
O, diba? Parang narinig ko yan kay Ramit Sethi.
That's actually
Diba?
called the briefcase technique yung sa simula.
Yeah.
So, ginagamit natin yung parts na yan. We innovated on that by also introducing some parang pampagood vibes dun sa client na ano. So, on top of what Liz explained, yung briefcase technique is coming into that situation na ikaw fully prepared ka. So, if you've been working with your client for a longer time, then dapat ikaw alam mo yung impact mo sa business, 'di ba? Kasi if you have to think about it in this way na kung ikaw yung may-ari ng business, bibigyan mo ba yung sarili mo ng raise or gusto mo lang? 'Di ba? Hindi pwede na kung ikaw yung may-ari, teka lang, parang yung may ginawa ba ikaw na magde-deserve ng ano? So if kung ikaw yung may-ari, typically ang mga business people, they think about you as an asset na kung anong binabayad nila sa'yo, you can at least triple yung kita nila. at least yun, pinakamababa yun. Pero pagka mas mataas ang output ng impact mo sa business, masayang-masaya sila. They're happy to actually oblige dun sa mga raise. So, yung number na 3 times, parang ano lang yun, very rough estimate yun. Pang kulang na math doon. But if you can think about, uy, kaya ko bang mag-deliver ng ganitong klaseng impact sa business? So, for example, if you're a VA, and yung ginawa mo, you can directly trace yung mga conversions, or if you can actually trace yung mga relationships na na-build. Kasi di ba, you're a VA, you're doing social media. May na-build ka na engagement and you actually got people to convert dahil dun sa ginawa mong ang galing mong sumagot, very helpful ka, maraming nag-comment, tumaas yung reputation ng boss mo. Boom, meron kang case study. Pwede mong sabihin yun.
Yeah.
And then, sabi nga ni Liz, you can write it down and say na, your client, I've been really enjoying working with you so far. I've learned a lot. In fact, it has caused me to think about where I want to take my work in the future. Tas yun, parang isasama mo siya. Yeah. So, isasama mo siya dun sa journey mo na, because of you, I now know, ganun. Tapos, mahihirapan siya ngayon mag-no kasi because of you eh. Diba? Because of you, natulungan mo ako na to be more specific with the clients that I work with. Bam! Diba? So, parang like, nakikita ko kasi dito sa parang the way that you write it, Juna. Medyo may konting bitterness ka. I'm just being honest kasi parang naghihintay lang ako offeran ng rate na gusto ko. I will resign agad. Yeah, I mean, alam ko pa-joke yan, pero we have to work with the client. Yeah, kasi syempre, di ba, again, with what Nat said kanina, we are not there to be the parang my way or the highway, di ba? We make the client the hero in their parang journey. So kumbaga, if you think about it like that, kapag sila ang hero, parang mas mahirap silang magno kasi parang pinuput mo sila into a place na parang they're gonna do good things lang eh. Di ba? So medyo medyo may konting psychological trigger lang. So ano ba? John, ikaw nga bro, mag-explain bro kasi ikaw mas magaling mag-explain dito eh.
Sekreto ka pa nung nasa tribe, binigay mo rin naman lahat. And yun yung mga tao dito eh, pasikreto pa, binigay mo rin naman lahat. And then para sa akin naman, like, like tama yung sinabi ni Liz, ni Shoden. Pero kung ano ka lang naman, alimbawa kasi yung iba medyo may problems communicating. Diba? Aminin na natin, meron mga talaga taong magaling magsalita, magaling si Shoden isa na sa mga magaling magsalita. So, pero kung wala ka namang template sa harap mo, ang sinasuggest ko lang naman talaga, whenever you're communicating with clients, always remember that number 1, there's clarity. Number 2, if it's feasibility, kung kaya bang gawin. And number 3, yung honesty or transparency. Ang sabi niya kasi dito, nag-aantayan daw sila. Nag-aantay lang akong offeran niya ako ng rate na gusto ko, I will resign agad. Nag-aantay lang din siya na mag-resign ako. Ba't di mo na sabihin?
Sabihin mo na lang, Juna. Oh, tama, Juna.
Kasi actually, pag yung raising your rates is as simple as, hey, tawag dito, hey Ron, hey buddy man, do you have a couple of minutes, man? I want to talk to you, bro. Yeah. Ganun, straight to the point, walang cheche-boreche. Ito yung date na gusto ko, usap tayo. So, bakit, I'm just thinking about yung future ko sa company mo, and I just wanna talk to you personally about it. Yun. Tapos call kayo. Pagdating doon,
grabe talaga to, poker face. So.
Hindi, kasi bakit, hindi ko alam bakit, anong meron, bakit?
Anong big deal, di ba?
Anong big deal? Bakit ka natatakot magsabi na feeling mo, you deserve a higher rate? Diba? Pero sa amin, Shods nga pala bro, I know we've been working for a year so far, and I love it. I love working with you guys. And to be honest, I'm growing right now as a blank, and I do feel I'm a bit underpaid. What can you say about that? Because I really feel, as I really want to work with you, but I'm a bit torn because I really do feel I'm a bit underpaid.
Tell me more about it, John.
Yeah, I love to, man. Right now, I'm getting $8 per hour, and I really appreciate that. But since I do have plans for my family din naman, I'm expecting around siguro probably 3 months from now, maybe another $2 to $3 on top of it.
Approved.
Dami, di ba parang,
Approve agad.
pero pag sabi niya, pag-iisipan ko, yeah, sure. Sabi, di ba usually naman ganun mga boss, kasi syempre, ito check nila yung financials, kung okay ba. Sige, let me think about it, blah, blah, blah. Again, papasok din yung kailangan clear. Okay, when you say you're thinking about it, what do you mean? Thinking about it, meaning I'm gonna think about it. All right, when you're gonna think about it, are you gonna get back to me a week after? Because because if you're gonna say no, if you're gonna go back to me after a week and you're gonna say no, that's fine as well. I just wanna know exactly where I stand. Yun lang naman yun eh. Parang,
Pag-ibig.
di ba, sa totoo lang, clients disrespect when yung pagiging transparent mo,
Yeah.
yung pagiging
Candid. Kumbaga.
candid about what you want and how you feel. Kasi nga, yun, mas lalo nang, sa tingin mo, gusto yung empleyadong masayang nakangiti sa'yo pag naka-meeting, tapos pag patay ng Zoom, minumura ka, tangin ito, baba magpasahod, tapos dami utos. Alam mo yun? Di ba? Ayoko nang ganung empleyado. Kung may sabihin mo. Feeling ko naman.
Pero,
ganun.
feeling ko kasi, Chief, ito just putting myself in the shoes of yung mga karamihan na nandito nakikinig siguro. Kasi we've been trained for a very long time nga kasi sa culture natin na parang boss kasi yan eh. Parang
Pero hindi
sila yung nagpapasweldo. No, I want to raise this kasi feeling ko this is a valid feeling naman ng marami. And I think it has to do with, yun nga, changing the way you view yung relationship nyo with the client.
Yeah.
And it matters a lot pagka yung at the beginning pa lang of the relationship kasi na-set na yung roles, kumbaga, na parang, ako boss, ikaw tauhan. Kaya nga yung beauty rin ng what we're trying to teach everybody sa loob ng tribe is we're equals. So it sets kumbaga, may ano ka na parang, sige, papasok tayo dito sa relationship na to as equals, hindi ka masusunod, hindi ako masusunod. We're gonna work together to a common goal, parang gano'n.
Yeah, I get that, man. Kaya nga, when it comes to raising rates, pag Pinoy nagtatanong sa akin, iba sagot ko kapag kesa sa Toscano nagtatanong. Hindi, kasi pag pwede ko sabihin sinabi ko ngayon and they would follow it. Kasi yung mga ibang lahi, medyo sila assertive in what they want. Pag pinagtatanong sa akin, sinasabi ko lagi, kung ikaw, meron kang empleyado, pinapasahod mo lang 5,000, tapos nagsabi siya, pwede mo ba akong bayaran ng 10,000, pero ganun pa rin yung gagawin ko. Papayag ka ba? Di ba hindi? Di ba? So dumami kasos ko, tapos ganun pa rin ginagawa mo. Oo. Pag-isipan natin yan. Di ba? Hindi walang parang walang masyadong upside for the
Hindi
client.
justified.
Parang hindi
justified. Yeah.
And para sa Pinoy, medyo mahirap yung mga ganong usapang pera, yung So, ang sinasuggest ko, instead of raising the rate of the service that you're doing now, offer your client another service that she needs, doon ka magtaas ng price.
Nice. Damn.
So, pwede mong sabihin, Ron, pre, client, what's up man? Usap tayo saglit. Di ba, BA mo ako? Pansin ko tong YouTube natin, alam mo? Hindi natin napapakialaman.
Okay yan tell me more.
Hindi bro, kasi alam mo yan, di ba? Pogi ka naman, tapos marami ka namang fans. Gamitin kaya natin yung YouTube mo. Feeling ko talaga if we use this, ito yung mangyayari. Magkakaroon tayo ng marami.
Talaga?
What do you think, man? If you want,
ba talaga?
if there's something that you
ang narinig ko lang yung pogi ako eh. Yun lang narinig ko eh.
Yeah, if there's something that you want, man, tawag dito, usually ang banat ko dun is, like, is this something that you think might fit what we're doing for your business? Usually, ang sagot naman nila lagi, yeah, sure, right, cool.
Right.
Do wait, ng ganitong araw,
Yeah.
doon ako nag-send ng proposal. Panibagong proposal naman to. Upsell na yun sa service ko.
Damn.
Cool. May dadagdag ako, Chief. And everybody else na rin Pag si Chief talaga, siya na sumasagot lahat eh. Anyway, pero para sa inyo, sige, ito.
Tinanong nyo ako tapos ngayon, nananahimik ako.
May dadagdag lang ako sabihin doon kasi sinabi ko kanina, di ba, yun nga, yung usually it's the relationship kasi yung roles are set, may employer, tauhan, ganito. So, For a very long time, impression natin parang, boss yan. Pag sinabi ng boss, sunod lang tayo, ganon. Meron pang mga magsasabi, pasalamat ka, may trabaho ko eh. Di ba? Huwag ka nang huwag ka nang maarte, huwag ka nang choosy. The other thing is, okay, may fear din kasi na baka, baka pag humingi ako ng raise, sabihin ito, di ba, hinahanap na lang kami ng iba. Boom, wala nang trabaho, di ba? So, I think, and the reason why I want to say that is kasi nga, sa tribe, sa the way we teach freelancing, yung tinuturo natin is, never settle with one client lang. Kumbaga, yung prospect as often as you can or regularly, kumbaga. Kasi nga, the idea behind that is you ensure na may steady flow of leads ka for potential clients. Kasi wala kang takot to let go of a client na hindi ba nagsabi, sorry, hindi ko na kaya yung rate mo eh. We're just gonna have to end this relationship. Then you can, wala kang takot to say, okay, I'm sorry it didn't work out. Hopefully in the future, balikan mo ko. Ganon, or we can cross paths again. Diba? Pero, I also have things that I need to work out. And one of them is my rate. And I'm sorry it didn't work out between you and me right now, pero I appreciate our relationship, etc., etc. Walang masyadong fear of letting go. Parang relationship talaga mga usapan natin dito, no? Wala kang hindi ka kumakapit masyado kasi nga hindi ka takot na siya lang talaga yung bubuhay sa'yo, parang gano'n.
And meron tayong meron tayong concrete example dyan. Kasi one of my GGs, captain din siya, si John Dalemwell. JTL din ng palayo na pero John Dalemwell. He used to have a rate na $150 per month for unlimited videos and unlimited revisions. So yun yung dati niyang rate. Oo. Dati niyang rate yan. And then, nung pumasok siya ng tribe, nalaman niya, he let go of that client. And then, for some parang twist of fate, nagkabalikan sila ng landas, nagkausap sila ulit. Nakuha niya ngayon for 13 videos lang at $3,250. So, wala na siyang unlimited revisions, wala nang unlimited videos, but makita mo talaga doon, hindi naman nagbago masyado yung skill ni Lemuel kasi it was only a year ago when he let go of that client. Pero, yung relationship yung nag-change. So ngayon, hindi na siya naging needy, nagbigay na siya ng actual scope, nagbigay siya ng actual limits, and he thought like a business person. So, pwede natin siyang makausap actually for the next session para malaman ng mga tao, diba? Pwede yun.
Pwede. Na-interview ko na yata si John Lemuel before. Pero, he's always welcome to come back.
Bagong win lang yun, bro. I think wala
nice.
Wala pang 1 month old.
Tingnan natin. Let us know, guys, yung mga nanonood, if you guys are interested in hearing that story, kung paano niya nagawa yun, maybe we can set up another interview with JTL, John Lemuel. Okay. Anyway, balik tayo. The subject of mga objections. Okay. Alam ko, Shods, meron kang pinost recently, siguro in preparation for this for this session nga, sa loob ng tribe, where you gathered mga responses, mga basta yung mga comeback for yung mga objections. Can you share with us, meron ba mga nag-stand out? Can you share a few na baka might be valuable sa nanonood ngayon?
For the most part kasi, depending on where you are in your business, kunyari if you're starting out, palaging pricing objections tsaka yung raising your rates talaga yung medyo hurdle mo. And nagbabago na lang. Meron talagang meron din thing na it could be some form of racial thing where people might object of your rates because of where you're coming from. You might actually get
interested
something.
Ako dyan.
You might actually get something like you do realize that you're from the Philippines, right? Or you're charging something that's US rates, right? May mga ganong klaseng questions. Diba? So it's a location dig, may dig siya sa location mo. So isa yon na juicy siya kasi parang nakaka-adjit siya. Pero yan yung parang I think magugustuhan ng mga tao, di ba, bro? Yeah.
So meron ba? Do you have any responses? Oh, by the way, hindi lang ikaw
Mhm.
Si Seth, Natalie also.
Yeah.
Have you ever encountered something similar to that? And paano nyo in-address?
Personally, I haven't encountered that type of objection. No? Pero naka-prepare naman sa akin na it's very irrelevant dun sa service and the result that I will be providing them. My location is, not a question, or it should not even be a matter at point, diba?
Right. Okay. Any other answers? Seth, meron ba kayong ganong objections na encounter na, uy, parang, teka, you're in the Philippines. Bakit yung rate mo na hinihingi? Kaya nga ako naghahanap ng freelancer from your region. Okay? Kasi mababa yung cost of living nyo. You don't need as much as we do here in the US. So, pwede na sa'yo to. Parang ganon.
Wala pa naman akong na-encounter na yung regarding na nandito ako sa Philippines. With my rate kasi mura na siya compared sa mga taga-ibang bansa. So, wala pa akong na-encounter na gano'n. Pero if ever,
So,
my location doesn't have anything to do with what I can deliver. So, yun na yung naisip
right.
kong ano.
So, sinabi mo, kung ikaw yung pinakamura compared sa kanila, are you gonna try to raise your rates para medyo na at par ka dun sa mga rates nung ino-offer na nasa ibang bansa, kumbaga?
Soon, yun na yung ginagawa.
Have you ever thought of that? Unti-unti ka na. Okay.
Unti-unti.
Sige.
Medyo hindi pa ako comfortable ngayon at this stage.
Cool. Listen, I want to hear your thoughts on that. Yung sinabi ni Coach Shods na yung geographic objection, kumbaga.
Siguro yung asawa ko kasi binigyan niya ako ng apelyido na alam mo yon medyo hindi nila masasabi.
Binigyan mo ng apelyido eh.
Binigyan ng apelyido.
Parang apelyido mo.
Pwede naman yung kay Shods Abad, Abad. Diba?
Pero seriously, ang mga tanong nila is, have you ever done a profile for a Canadian? Yung mga ganon. More of
Simple
or
naman.
yung mga
Simple.
tipong, have you ever done a profile for a head of a whatever, yung ganyan. So syempre, as much as possible, ayokong mag-share kasi minsan kasi nangyayari din na parang okay, I share this because ganito talaga yung gusto ng client. Pero pag pinakita ko tapos biglang ay hindi, ayoko pala na ganito, pero sa totoo lang it's because the client wanted that kind of writing. So I tell them, well, I have an NDA for this, but if you want to see those who I can share, tingnan mo na lang yung mga nasa LinkedIn ko, yung mga nagsulat ng ko. Yun, ang references because I can share that. And if you want, you can always shop around, ganyan. Tapos babalik lang sila.
So medyo hindi straight to the point na parang geographic yung objection. Parang medyo pahapyaw lang ng konti.
Pahapyaw lang.
Okay. Now, bago ako mag-proceed dun sa isa pang gusto kong tanungin, I just want to remind everybody na nanonood na if you are interested in learning more about yung mga ganitong klase ng usapan, like handling objections, maybe learning about how we price yung mga services, at kung ano-ano pa, ang dami na. If you're regular here sa mga live interviews natin or sa AMAs natin, you pretty much know that we are helping freelancers, mostly local freelancers, to establish a freelance business where you get to learn yung mga pinag-uusapan natin dito. And we want to inform you guys that the tribe is now open. If you want to know kung ano yung tribe, it's a paid program. Okay, it's been open for a while. Pero we're still accepting new members. And all you need to do is just comment with the word tribe dito sa live, or whether it's on replay that you're watching. We will have one of our success managers reach out to you. Reminder lang guys kung member na ng tribe, you don't need to do that. Tapos pangalawa, if you're commenting, make sure to watch your message request folder. Okay, you're gonna see names like Roxy, Chris, Nika, Giselle, Mark Jopet, myself, and si Jack and Abby. Those are the names that you need to watch out for. They're gonna send you messages and have a little bit of a chat with you to see if we're a good fit. Kung okay ba yung pag pumasok kayo sa tribe, are you someone that we can help out? Okay, again, it's a paid program. We're super transparent naman. May bayad to, but it will, we're looking to help a lot more freelancers raise their game pagdating sa freelance business. Okay, may oras pa naman tayong konti. Sige. Balikan ko yung kanina, yung medyo sa umpisa, yung related to sinabi ni Natalie, na puminsan, yung mga prospects, they mask their objections through other questions. May mga ganun di ba? Yung hindi siguro nila masabi ng diretso, so dinadaan nila sa, teka, itong ano to, parang kokonti itong deliverables na to. Parang ganito, ganyan. Whatever it is. Pagka ganun ba, how do you address that in a similar way you would a regular objection, or merong ibang way to counter that, kumbaga? Nag-uunahan na naman
Ganda
kayo.
ng tanong. Gustong sagutin ni Nat sa smile niya Or,
Oo nga eh.
I just wanted to, parang for you to expound the question. Can you be more specific dun sa paano nila, nililihis yung...
Let's say, halimbawa, ano ba? Ako pinahirapan mo ngayon, ha? Oh.
Ganon
Hindi, yung
style,
nga, yung mga, yan yata style natin, binabalik yung tanong. So for example, halimbawa, nag-present ka ng proposal. You had 3 choices sa pricing mo, tapos babalikan ka niya with something like, okay naman yung pricing mo, pero hindi ako totally sold on the idea na ito lang yung deliverables. Pero siguro at the back of his mind, parang presyo talaga yung gusto niyang baguhin mo. Hindi naman yung deliverables talaga. Okay? Yung parang mga ganon. Yung parang they mask it, they ask different questions. Ayaw nilang tumbukin na lang yung diretso, yung objection nila.
Yeah. Ron, over time, I learned na hindi talaga deliverables yung tinitignan nung mga nagiging clients ko. But it's more on yung parang first page ng proposal natin, which is the problem, tapos yung campaign focus. Tapos kagaya ng sinabi ni Coach Odin kanina, you have to mimic yung words na ginamit nila and then hit mo sila with the revenue line based on their goals. Tapos yung deliverables, magiging immaterial na siya at all. And then kapag ka nagtanong sila, usually ito na yung deliverables. So sometimes it can sound like sarcastic or parang objection siya, pero I feel like I don't need to answer all of the objections. I will just say yes. Tapos I learned how to be, comfortable with silence. Tapos
Yun.
Tingnan tayo eye to eye sa Zoom. Sino na magsasalita?
Yeah.
Drop the mic na. Naglag ko na.
That's our cap na.
Gusto ko yung sinabi mo yun, ha? Yung I learned to be comfortable with being silent. Lagi rin naman sinasabi ni Sir to eh. Kasi may feeling tayo na pagkausap natin sila.
They're shaking, ganyan. Tapos I have, sometimes ang dami kong gasgas sa hands ko. Kasi talagang inaano ko na I need to be quiet, ganyan. Lalo na pag may objection, sige, talaga bang objection yung objection mo, ganun. Pero my hands are shaking. Pero I need to be firm as well.
Yun.
Nice. Galing yan Nat.
Galing, no? Diba?
GG.
Meron pa ba Anybody else wanna add to that?
Mag-add lang ako. Ako kasi nagpe-present ako ng strategy plan during another call. So may slides siya. And then ito parang tip at any point ng slide mo, 'di ba, may campaign ganyan. Tatanungin mo sa kanila. So any question na madaming yes, up to the point na pagdating doon sa delivery, nag-guess na sila. Naintindihan yung concept mo, nag-guess sila. Tapos pagdating doon sa pricing, if for instance na they have a problem with that, usually ang question naman dyan kasi hindi pala nila kaya saluhin yung plan mo. Kasi may assets sila na kulang. So that means bibigyan mo lang sila ng light version or something. And by then, they'd like it. Yung second naman, yung pinaka-important, less talk, less mistake. Kaya minsan nagpipigil tayo di ba? with the silence kasi hayaan muna silang what do you call it, to digest it. And then you don't also sell yourself too low by trying to feel na baka ito yung objection niya. 'di ba? Yun,
Mhm.
tsaka yung ginawa ni Nat kanina, ibalik din.
So in
What do you
other
mean by
words,
that?
Nasaan ka dun,
so don't
bro?
assume na naintindihan mo kung yung objection niya.
Mm.
Parang ganon.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Kunin mo na yung objection sa bawat slide mo.
Okay.
Nice,
So parang unti-unti.
commitment ulit.
Instead of sa dulo niya ibuhos, paunti-unti na address mo na siya. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you for
Galing.
answering those questions. I think that's yun na yung listahan ko kasi sa totoo walang sinabit sa akin listahan ng mga tanong. So napaisip ako ng mga itatanong ko tonight. Pero I super appreciate everybody's answers. I'm sure everybody who's watching did as well. Ang daming mga na-swipe ngayon. Ang daming mga napulot na gold nuggets na answers from everybody. And yun. Teka, Chief, nakikita mo ba yung chat? May request daw si Derek sa'yo.
Wait, ako?
Oo, may request siya sa'yo.
Ano daw? Sandali.
PTA daw.
If pa-CTA din daw, sabi ni...
Ikaw raw mag-close with that, ano. Tingnan natin. Kasi lagi ako
Oo.
nagsasabi nun eh.
Yan, CTA mo na, bro. Go.
Kasi CTA ko na ba? O final words ba yan? Bro, yung
Final
ginagawa.
Huwag
words
naman
ka na
final
rin.
words. Final thoughts lang.
Parting
Thoughts.
Final words. Para.
Final
Comeback.
thoughts ba muna? Bago yon.
Hindi, ganito na lang. We'll go around. We'll ask si Seth, si Nat, si Shods, si Lisel, and then finally we'll ask you yung final thoughts for this episode. Tapos, diretso mo na. Di ba?
Pwede.
Seth, ikaw muna. Anything else that you want to share or yung final thoughts mo on handling objections na sa tingin mo might be valuable to our viewers?
Okay. If you can, yun nga, kung hindi mo ma-paint yung picture sa client mo of working with you, paint a picture or a vision na what if they don't work with you and ready
Yeah.
to walk away. Kung hindi nila kukunin yung service mo, it will be a disservice to them. It will be
Yeah.
their loss.
Nice.
So, yun yung takeaway ko from all the discussions or mga objections na nakuha ko. Yun.
So, mapa-what if na lang si prospect? What if?
Yes.
Ganito,
So,
ganyan.
matatakot siya na hindi kanya kukunin. So, yun yung parang psychology behind yung loss of not working with you.
Thought ka, pre. Thought ka.
Yes.
Hot ga.
Thought ka.
Right. Galing ah. Payami yata yung ganun. Yung tinuturo ni Saraya, no?
Kaya GG yun eh.
Payami. Kumbaga, parang sasabikin mo siya na, pag hindi mo ako kinuha, ganito, ganyan. Okay. Cool. Nat, final thoughts.
For me, always make your client the hero. Pero kahit na sila yung hero, always be honest and genuine dun sa gusto mong mag-help and mag-give. Go giver. Ganun.
Yeah.
Nax may plug.
Yeah.
Diba? Trained tong mga alaga ni Shods talaga eh.
Wala nga akong dito. Ako ang pinakawalang
Wala ka ba
dito.
kinalaman dyan?
Always,
Gagaling eh.
always listen. Kasi sometimes, parang meron tayong format, meron tayong template na fina-follow, but always be genuine dun sa gusto natin talagang tumulong.
Cool. Thank you, Nat. Lisel.
Hindi ko siguro mararating yung ganito if, for instance, hindi din ako nakinig sa mga fellow freelancers ko and yung naging TLs ko and yung coaches ko. Kasi, of course, as a business owner, kahit sino naman we feel that our service and product is best kahit nag-start pa tayo. So, be open to listening to others then on how they also do their business. And then, take notes para when it's your time to shine, hindi ka kakabahan. Even if kinakabahan ka, you will still look calm and see it like a learning moment because that client will not be your last. So, yun lang.
Kaping gagaling ng mga...
Shods, paano ba yan?
Wala,
Kailangan matapatan mo yun. Oo.
Pero yun nga, I'm really proud of these girls kasi super nakakatuwa to see them really shine and bloom. And grabe lang, like, I feel like, super proud kuya. Kahit hindi na. Yeah, so, parang
Tito na lang, tito.
Tito na lang. Hindi, siya, like, if you think about it, yung objections lang kasi guys, stems from a lot of how the communication is made. So if you're sure na yun nga, may clarity yung pag-uusap nyo, tapos na demonstrate mo rin in a clear way yung kakayanan mo, like you're able to show that, okay, while you were talking, pag-show ka ng value na, okay, this is something that I can take you through, I can do this confidently. So yung kausap mo, pawala yung uncertainty niya. So kapag you're able to decrease the level of uncertainty and yung fog of war ng working with you, or yung parang unease of working with you, kulang ng clarification. Pag nagawa mo yon, then mas ma-late yung chance na mag-object sila kasi alam na nila eh. So they can just say either yes or no. Remember, you just want to take them to that decision, to get them to say either yes or no. Hindi siya parang, oh, I have to get the yes. You just have to take them closer to that decision. So clarity is key. And on top of all of what they said kanina, have fun. So I really want you guys to have fun kasi it's part of take the time to enjoy yung conversations, no, and also feel mo lang din, okay, this is a real person you're working with. It's not a number. It's a real person na merong actual family na magbe-benefit or masasaktan if hindi mo siya inayos. All right? That's it.
Yun. Ano yun? Confident. Yung sa beauty pageant, with the heart something na gano'n. Hindi ko na maalala tuloy eh. Pero nag-big words na eh. Kaya niyari na tayo ni Shods eh.
Fog of war daw.
Fog of war, no? Okay, finally. Chief, ikaw, final thoughts for this evening's episode and whatever else you wanna say.
Pressure naman itong mga to. Talagang ginalingan, pinanghuli pa ako. May CTA pa. Tapos gumamit pa ng big word si Shodin. Paano ko tatapatan yun yan? Ito na lang.
Big word yun eh, grabe.
Ito, gagamit din ako ng big word pre. Ergo.
Yan ba bro yung yung upuan, yung ergo?
Magamit lang.
Ergonomic.
Magamit lang yun. Nalaman ko kahapon yata yun na therefore pala yun. Yan. Ergo. And lang, tawag dito, kasi una kong gustong sabihin talaga when it comes to people dealing with clients is that hindi mo sila katapat sa lamesa tas kaaway mo sila. Kasi a lot of people think that way when it comes to clients eh. Parang feeling nila, uy, kailangan kong barahin to para, alam mo yun, may mga ganun, paano ko babarahin to si client? Paano ko siya sasagutin na para matatameme siya? Hindi yun yung goal mo eh. Diba? You have to think of it in a way na magkatabi kayo, ito yung strategy, pre, okay ba to? Parang ganun dapat yung usapan. Di ba? Pag ganun yung usapan, maaalis yung, kailangan ko ba siyang barahin? Kailangan ko ba siyang, dapat parang tropa kayo, na hinahas yung isang problema kasi magiging kliyente mo siya eh. Yun yung una. Pangalawa, try not to avoid objections. In fact, ang pinakamasaklap na mangyayari, makipag-call ka sa client, wala siyang objection, hindi mo alam tuloy kung anong mali mo.
Damn.
Di ba? In fact, tama sinabi ni Lizelle kanina, every step of the way, when I talk to a client, sabihin ko, step 1, okay, so phase 1, here's what we're gonna do. Sabihin ko, 5 steps yun. Step 1 pa lang sabihin ko, is that clear? Yeah? Do you have any questions? Yeah? No? I'm good. All right, cool. Should we proceed to step 2? Yeah? And iniisa-isa ko talaga yun kasi gusto kong lumabas yung tanong eh. Kasi hindi mo siya ma-address kapag tapos na yung call. Paano na ngayon? Alam mo yun, yung tapos na yung call, tapos nagtatanong ka, nagustuhan kaya niya? Nag-agranong ka, di ba? So yun. Tapos pangatlo, it's always to be clear. More on clarity, like kapag may objection, instead of acting defensive, yun kasi yung natin, yung defense mechanism natin yun, di ba? We want to be, sinabi, ba't kaya ito yung price mo? Ano naman yun? Like, alam mo yung parang, hindi naman sila mag-away. Patrangin mo, what exactly do you mean? Tulad ng tanong mo kanina, what's yung deliverables? Ganun. Bakit? Feeling ko konti yung deliverables for the price. Okay. So, pwede mo siyang tanongin, what exactly is it that you mean? Do you want me to add more deliverables or would you prefer na we focus on the results? Kahit konti lang deliverables. And parang mas maganda kasi pag there's clear communication. tas honest ka naman, may transparency, yun, maganda yung buhay. Yun lang. And,
Grabe.
yun, pinresume nyo ako, walang yan. Napilitan tuloy ako maghanap ng 3 Ergo, Ergo, sa mga lahat ng nanonood dito, I hope you really got a ton of value. Actually, sumingit lang talaga ako dito kasi nung nakikita ko yung mga nandito, gusto ko silang makasama. Hindi ko pa sila nakasama on na call. Kaya talagang gusto kong sumali. Na-miss ko sila actually na wala first. So, na-miss ko talaga sila. Gusto kong sumali. Ayun. And I hope you guys learned a thing or two. Actually, sobrang valuable ng mga pinagsasabi nila. In fact, this is one episode that's worth the replay. Actually. Kasi iba malamang isusulat nila yung mga pinagsasabi niya. Ano yung sabi ni Seth kanina? Ito daw, mga ganun. So, watch it multiple times if you want to follow whatever these people said. They are awesome. Parang tulad sabi ni Sean kanina, parang feeling namin, para kaming kuya, tatay dito na, ano mo yun, like, lalaki na nila. Alam mo yun? Parang nakakatuwa. So, and, since nga yan, sabi nga mag-CTA daw ako, papagalitan ako pag hindi ako nag-CTA. So, for those who are listening in, and you feel na medyo may topak ka din para maging kasama namin sa loob ng tribe, una-una, humihingi kami ng pasensya, ganito talaga kami, wala ka nang magagawa. Pangalawa, masaya kami kasama. Actually, masaya kami kasama. And you'll be surprised at the type of people you're gonna see inside. Sobrang magugulat ka. And we're not gonna be apologetic about it because that's what makes Tribe the Tribe. Yun. So if you're interested to be inside the tribe, comment below. Saan ba?
Gagalit sa akin si Mama Rox pagka mag-comment ako eh.
Comment below.
Palagi ako pinapagalitan.
Comment below Tribe and one of our success managers, our awesome success managers, sexy na, maganda na, tapos yung iba gwapo.
Awesome pa.
Diba? Awesome pa. We'll get back to you and we'll give you the details on how to join us. Again, it's a paid program. Di naman namin tinatago yun. But, you know, if you want to join us, it's gonna be worth not just your money, but your time as well. Yun lang. See you guys.
Yun lang. See you guys.
Hey.
Amen. Ay, napa-amen tuloy ako. Sabi ko. Hindi pala to, okay. Pero thank you talaga guys for gracing us with your presence ngayong gabi. Yung mga second time around na rito. Third time na yata si Shots eh. Pero I really appreciate yung mga answers niyo. I'm sure everybody does as well. Chief, thank you for surprising us with your visit. Pag ganito, parang sa totoo lang yung kabog ng dibdib ko. Parang
parang nakapasok lang bigla.
May ginawa ba akong mali? May mali ba akong tinanong o mga ganun? Diba? Pero as always, I appreciate it. Anyway, quick reminder lang for everybody. Next week, of course, back to the regular schedule tayo ng live interviews natin. Pero may gusto rin ako isingit na announcement. Hindi nasabi ni Chief eh. So in the coming weeks, we're gonna have a surprise for everybody. Okay? Kanina sinabi namin yung tribe is open for anybody who might be interested. And sabi nga namin, paid program to. It's hindi naman siya exactly a huge amount, pero it's not a small amount as well. Pero for those of you who are still interested in learning about getting clients, the way we teach inside the tribe, we have a special surprise that we're cooking for you. Abangan nyo lang yan. I won't give you any details right now. Pero abang-abang lang ng konti. In the coming weeks, we'll make the announcement. Cool?
Coming weeks.
Anyway, that's... Oo, meron. Parang hindi nyo nata alam eh. Parang walang coach na nakakaalam nito ah. Oh. Anyway, salamat again guys for watching, for tuning in. Pwede nyo pa rin tong i-share. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you can. Hit the notification bell icon or subscribe or whatever para malaman nyo pag meron tayong bagong videos. We're also on Instagram nga pala. So if you want to follow us, ang dami, may pag-giveaway tayo ng minsan doon, di ba? Sa Instagram. Parang meron tayong pag-giveaway. Something. Yun yatang ano yun, yung bagong sasakyan ni John?
Oo.
Gamit niyo muna sa akin bago.
Kala ko pinapamigay eh. Okay, anyway, may mga surprise tayo. So make sure to follow din yung Instagram natin. Anyway, ang dami ko na sinabi. Thank you guys for sharing your evening with us. We'll see you on Monday ulit. And enjoy your evening. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for having us.